Hey, welcome everybody to episode 10 of the Diligent Wholesalers Facebook Live event. We're very happy. We've had amazing viewers, and we wanted to take a second to thank you for allowing us to continue to do this all the way up into double digits. So we have plenty more episodes to come. If you have missed the previous 9 episodes on our Facebook page, go check out the videos. We have them there. We also have them on our new YouTube channel, which is the Diligent Wholesaler. If you search for that in YouTube, you will find us there. Point of this, if this is your first time tuning in, point of the Diligent Wholesaler and why we come here every week, Wednesday at 1 o'clock. We'll be here next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And why we've done 9 of these before and why we'll do another 100 of these Facebook Live events is because we have one single mission. We want to change real estate investing forever. How are we going to do that? Well, what we want is, our goal is to be completely transparent, completely honest, to wholesale good deals to real estate investors like yourselves. We want to show you all of the numbers. We research and vet all of the properties ourselves and hand them over to you because we want to build a relationship. So the point of our videos really is we want to show you exactly how we have built a successful real estate business, how we can add thousands of people to our cash buyers list, how we can control the market and find deals in Chicagoland, how we're able to do anything that you want to know that we're doing. This is your opportunity. So if you're listening right now or you're watching later, contact us via a direct message, contact us in via the website, thediligenthwholesaler.com, or reach out to Evan at thediligenthwholesaler.com. So if you need any tips, if you want to learn more about our properties, make offers, anything you want, we're here for you. With that said, in episode 4, we actually showed you how we did a walkthrough of repairs. We took our marketing manager, Anna, who has never done a walkthrough, and put her up against our acquisitions manager, who is able to go through and he's done thousands of these. Now, we have a tool that we gave away for free for that 1 week only. It was called the Repair Calculator. And Anna used a repair calculator and was able to get actually more conservative estimates and accurate estimates than our acquisitions manager who's done 1,000 of them. So why do I tell you all of this? Because we're proud to announce that we are now offering this free tool. It is literally our most powerful tool that we use every single day. We are offering this back to you. So simply head on over to thediligenthwholesaler.com. There will be a small pop-up if you came from this, and just put in your name and we'll send you over the repair calculator. Again, this is the #1 tool that we use. Just go to thediligenthwholesaler.com, plug in a little bit of information, your name, email, and we will send that to you right away. So with all of that being said, again, welcome if you're just joining us to episode 10. Today we are very excited. This is the second part of this series that we're doing of how to discover massive passive profit. Everybody is talking about rental incomes. That could be, if you've done it right, truly passive. But what it's not is massive. So what we're doing and what we're focusing all of 2017 on is this massive passive technique and how we're going to build our income in this business for this market. So without further ado, I will hand you over to Wendell de Guzman, and he will explain everything about part 2 of the massive passive profit. All right, take it away.
All right, John, thank you. So today we're going to talk about your retirement. Yes, your retirement. Okay, do you want to retire young and retire rich, right? Then listen up. Technique number 2 out of the 5 techniques that I discussed, on how to generate massive passive profit is all about trust deeds or mortgage notes. Okay, so the nice thing about trust deeds and mortgage notes are, 1, you don't have to deal with tenants. There are no tenants, no contractors. So having a good GC or having great contractors is the #1 complaint of rehabbers, right? Having good tenants, that's the #1 need of landlords, right? Both represent headaches, right? So if you don't want the headaches, truly look into trust deeds, because trust deeds is truly passive, right? So it's ideal actually for your retirement account. Okay, so why? Because it's totally passive, right? So whatever is in your retirement account, you can use that to invest in trust deeds, and don't underestimate the power of what I call compound interest. Okay, Albert Einstein said that's one of the, like the eighth wonder of the world, right? Is compound interest. So if you start with $100,000, and for some of you who might be thinking, well, I don't have any money in my retirement account, how can I have $100,000? Well, with some of the techniques that you will learn from us, like doing lease options, like how to flip your first property, whatever, right? So those real estate techniques, those active real estate techniques can make you earn your first $100,000, okay? You put that in your retirement account, more specifically a self-directed IRA. Self-directed IRA. Don't, so you have to find a true self-directed IRA custodian, okay, in order for you to have, a truly self-directed IRA. Now, if you start with 100,000, okay, 6 years after, if your money is growing 12% compound interest annually, okay, you will double that 6 years later, okay, and then quadruple that, okay, 12 years later, and so in just 24 years, your $100,000 just sitting there in your retirement account, and you invest that in trust deeds, and it's earning 12% compound interest, per year, you can grow that to over $1 million. In fact, if you do the math, you can grow that pot of money to $1.6 million, right? And doing it totally passive. All you have to do is invest in trust deeds. So now, let's talk about this. So what is a trust deed? Who is this for? Or, who is the ideal trust deed investor? Or are you the ideal trust deed investor? And then lastly, how do you make money with this, right? So a trust deed is simply a mortgage note originated when, there's a real estate transaction. So there's a buyer, there's a seller, and if the buyer needs a lender, you step in as the trust deed investor. So you're basically the lender. So you're the lender lending money to the buyer so that he will buy the property from the seller. And, the nice thing about the being a trust deed investor is that it's a secured investment. What does that mean? You will have a first lien mortgage on his property. This is why the banks, banks love this. Banks love trust deed. I mean, the biggest trust deed investor are the banks, right? So basically, what I'm encouraging you to do is become the bank, So you can do that with as little as $30,000. Okay, there are things called mini trust deeds, right? Wherein you can fractionalize a mortgage note, so you can invest like 1/10 of that note, and then you find nine other people to put it together. Okay, so anyway, that's more advanced topic, but that is what a trust deed is. So it's comprised of two documents. You have a promissory note from the buyer, buyer-borrower paying you or promising to pay you, and then you have a mortgage note that basically puts a lien on the property, okay? And that property serves as your security, meaning that if he defaults on the promissory note, you get his property, okay? So, who is this for? Well, this is for, someone who has some money in their retirement account, okay? 100,000 or more, preferably, right? And you want to grow that money safely. The reason why banks love to invest in trust deeds is that it's a safe investment for them. So if it's good enough for a bank, why shouldn't it be good enough for you, right? So this is for someone who has no time to deal with contractors, so you don't have time to flip a property. You don't have time to deal with tenants, you don't have time for tenant drama, right? So you want it to be totally passive. You probably love your job. You spend 12 hours a day in it. So what the heck, right? You don't have any more time to do other things, especially active real estate investing. Well, trust deeds give you the avenue to earn money through real estate, but doing it passively and doing it safely, right? I mean, this is way better than buying bonds. I mean, what's the yield on bonds right now? 2%. Okay, I mean, and then this is even better than investing in the stock market, right? Because in the stock market, maybe on the first year you earn 10%, and then on year 2 you earn 15%, and then on year 3 you lose 50%, right? So why go with the roller coaster ride of the stock market when you can invest in trust deeds and do so year in and year out, earning 12% per annum, right? And then how do you make money? Well, you need to partner up with a good real estate investor who knows what they're doing, right? And they have a good deal flow, meaning they have properties that they want to buy. They have a good exit strategy. Maybe they're a rehabber, or maybe they're landlords, but they have, they can refinance you out, meaning they can pay you off after 12 months, and you can set it up for as long as you want. You want a 5-year trust deed, and you're earning 12% per annum. That's 1% per month over the next 5 years or 60 months. Then great, go for that. You want something short term, then partner up with a rehabber, right? Who is experienced, who has done lots of deals, and give him a 12-month trust deed, right? So you become like the hard money lender for him or her, right? Or you want something longer term, you partner up with a landlord who doesn't mind you getting 12% per annum, because maybe the cash flow on that property is so huge, that it's worthwhile for him, right? So that's how you make money, is you partner up with good real estate investors who want to be the active partners in the deal, and you just take a passive position as that person's lender, right? So that's how trust deeds work. And that's how you can convert $100,000 to $1.6 million in 24 years without doing anything, right? And there's obviously there's way more information than what I can share with you during our Facebook Live event, and that's why I'm excited to invite you to our upcoming what I call our massive passive profit webinar. It is totally free. You don't have to pay anything. It will be 1 hour jam-packed full of information, and I will discuss not just trust deeds, but I will discuss, the credit partnership program that I discussed last week. And we do have, 3 other techniques, LO, LOF, WF. I mean, what are those, right? So I won't tell you what those are, but it's crucial, guys, that that you end 2016 strong, and you hit the ground running in 2017. And how do you do that? You spend that time and I commend you, for those of you listening to this right now. I commend you guys for being online and learning this, right? Because other people, don't want to learn this, right? They would rather spend their time buying Christmas gifts or looking for whatever, right? Buying all these toys, but you guys are investing in your education. So we want to take it a step further, right? And give you more details, and I can share with you in today's Facebook Live event. So we'll talk about 5 different massive passive profit techniques, right? So for example, one of the techniques, if you have great credit, you can make $10,000 easily, and doing it passively. Okay, how passive is it? You submit documents, and you earn money. That's how passive it is. So that's a super powerful technique right there. Of course, trust deeds. We will go through, like, what are the watch outs. I discussed with you the benefits, but what are the watch outs, right? What are the risks, and then how do you mitigate the risk? How do you minimize the risk, right? So that you don't get yourself burned. Okay. And then the other techniques, right? How do you earn, 3 streams of income from one property? There's a technique for doing that. And then we will discuss 2 techniques, okay? How to make money, like easily $5,000-$10,000, okay? Even if you're absolutely dead broke, so you have no money to invest at all, okay, number one. Your credit is 400, okay? You have terrible credit, you have no money, you have terrible credit, and you have no experience. You can make with the two techniques that you will learn in our massive passive profit webinar, right? These two techniques will literally change your life, right? You can earn 5,000 here, 10,000 there, and those checks, if you do it right, you will get those checks on a consistent basis, and that will change your life, right? So I'm very excited about that, and we will do our first massive passive profit webinar this coming Tuesday, next week, okay? December 13 at 12 noon Central Time. And then we will have another webinar at 8 p.m. on that day. And then we will have two webinars, Thursday, again at 12 noon and 8 p.m. both Central Times, right? So I look forward to you guys participating in that webinar. So my webinars, unlike the guru webinars or like the guru seminars, I mean the gurus, all they want to do is talk about themselves, right? For 80% of the time, like for 1 hour, the first 40 minutes, they will tell, they will tell you about themselves, and then they'll provide content for like 10 minutes, and then they will do a hard sell, so that you can buy their product, right? With me, it's the exact opposite. I'll tell you about myself for 10 seconds, and then I will teach you for 50 minutes. As to these 5 powerful techniques that will change your life. These 5 powerful techniques will help you earn massive passive profit in 2017 and beyond. So with that, please attend our webinar. You won't regret it. And again, these 5 techniques will change your life. So with that, I'll turn you over to Evan.
Hey guys, thanks again for tuning in for episode 10. That's right, we made it to double digits here. It's awesome. Don't forget to send us exactly what you're looking for properties. It's our job to provide you great deals. And if you can tell us, hey, I'm looking for a 2-flat in Lincoln Park, or hey, I'm looking for a single family out in Elmwood. We want to know that. That helps us greatly get you deals that you're actually interested in and that you'll want to move forward on. Send us, what type of property you want to invest in. Send us where you want to invest and maybe how much you're looking to spend. And we can get you the exact types of properties that you're looking to invest in yourself. Aside from that, we did mention in the description of this video that there's a new area in town that is up and coming. There's a new Whole Foods, there's a new Starbucks, there's a new Chipotle. I think they're actually hiring people at that Chipotle as we speak. And it's actually, in all places, Englewood. It's a suburb of Chicago, it's a part of south side of Chicago, and it's doing really, really well right now. Despite all of the crime and the actually foreclosed properties throughout most of Englewood, there's a really, really hot section right now that's kind of growing out from where this Englewood Square, I believe it's called, is situated at Halstead and 63rd. So we're doing our best to pick up a ton of properties around that area so that we can give them to you. And we hope that you see this hidden gem just the way we do. With that, thanks again for tuning in.
There's one more.
Oh, what? Sorry, hold on. We got one more thing.
Yeah, so guys, to register for the webinar, you can click sign up in the button here on the Facebook page, or you can go to thediligenthewholesaler.com/massivepassive, right? Okay, so those are the links. You click sign up above or on the left or right, whatever, right? Or go to thediligenthewholesaler.com/massivepassive, and I'll see you in the webinar. Thanks,
All right,
guys, and see you next week.